Welcome for the Wednesday show. I'm doing the Monday and Friday show, okay? Everybody, Monday and Friday, I'm doing the intro. Now it's Michael's turn to do the introduction for AEW Wednesday night.
Hi, everybody. Michael Paul, good to be back with you. John, of course, he's here too.
Hi.
No news yet today about anything, but let me just say my good nights to my girls, Christy, Crystal, Megan, Amanda, Mackenzie, Noah, Caitlin. Mwah. I love you all. We'll see each other tomorrow. Mackenzie, what is it? Special Olympics?
For bowling.
Oh, for bowling. Mackenzie, best of luck to you in your bowling. Are Megan and Crystal doing any of that?
No, it's Meg.
Is it just
Mackenzie, Wendy, Izzy, Ben, and Izzy, Mackenzie, Wendy, Ben, Cody, and Adam.
Great, good for them. Okay. Anyway, Mackenzie, good luck. Good luck, sweetie, with your bowling. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Like I said, no news really yet today. So, oh, by the way, I apologize for screwing up the show Monday night, but I checked the end results, and there really was nothing exciting in the end. So
actually, Justin Timberlake just got arrested.
Again?
DWI case for 3 months after his
Did he get arrested again, or is this a case from the first arrest?
For 3 months after.
Okay, so Justin obviously entering a plea and hopefully
drunk driving.
Yeah, drunk driving. That was 3 months ago. We'll see if it leads to trial or not. In the meantime,
let's go to AEW Dynamite, where we are.
In the meantime, we're about 35 minutes in. I apologize. I know John should be the one apologizing, but I apologize on his behalf. And I'm not sure where we're at tonight, but let's go now to AEW Dynamite. Thank you for being with us.
Nobody thinks I enjoyed that. But I did. I'm going to enjoy any moment. What needs to be done needs to be done, nonetheless. Like nothing more without Brian Danielson standing by my side. Quite frankly, Brian, you don't have the stomach for this.
They're in New York City, New York.
2 years ago.
You're in what?
New York City.
Oh.
To build something real, something tangible, something that would last for years and years, long after we're gone. Something sustainable, something we could take pride in, an idea that couldn't be destroyed or subjugated, something we could be proud of, not for money, not for recognition, but because that was something worth doing. You didn't do it. Mr. Patience, Mr. Empathy, the greatest man I've ever known. I look around, and all I see is egos out of control. Everywhere I look at NBA's AEW, it's crawling with egos out of control, and I can't take it anymore. Let alone moves the wheels of history. Our mentor called Brian Danielson the perfect wrestler. Brian was always his lordship's favorite. But he saw himself in me, and I am, Lord knows, far from perfect. Our mentor once told me, guys like us, we are what we are. We can't pretend to be anything else. But I'm no villain. But I'm no hero. Now, I know exactly why God put me here. I'm the one true king of these lands. You tried your way, Brian. Diplomacy has failed. Today, I choose war. It was one of the most significant moments in AEW history. Jon Moxley's betrayal of the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. And we see Darby Allin coming here into the Rock Arena. Taz, Jon Moxley's been looking for him. Is tonight the night? I don't know. I mean, we're shocked to see Darby. He's here. But Moxley, so who knows what's going to happen here? It's just nuts. Well, let's go to the ring where Tony's...
Oh, never mind. They're in Kentucky.
That's right. Here in Lexington, Kentucky, Darby Allin is in the house here, live tonight on TBS. But please welcome with me at this time the head of the patriarchy, along with the patriarchy themselves, Christian Cage. Well, we haven't seen Darby Allin since All in London. I mean,
Shouldn't be watching this because I don't have a Red Bull locker with me, so I don't feel like it's already September. I don't have that much longer anyway, I guess. Once I have one on Friday. By the way, just so we can get something open right now. Are we doing anything Friday?
We're probably gonna have a pool party.
Okay, is this pool party going to last beyond 8 p.m.?
It's like after dinner.
That's not what I asked you. Is this going to last beyond 8 p.m.? Didn't
To
think
give you
so.
the unique opportunity to execute this contract and get a
You want to bring your propeller around here or something?
whenever
No,
and whenever you want.
I don't want to hear it.
Lexington, sit down
I
and shut
appreciate
your
the
mouth.
offer, but I don't
while
want to hear it.
conduct my
Okay.
business. First things first, Tony. My son Nick told me
Happy birthday,
that
Christian
the word
Michael.
on the street
Thank you.
is that Christian Cage has infinite aura.
I'm gonna miss watching wrestling with you.
And considering the fact that I've carried this company on my back for the last year and a half, most people would say that's true. But now that I have this contract,
No, I think I misspoke when I said that. I will watch it if it's on out there, but that's what I'm going to do, is watch whatever's on out there. I'm not going to go out of my way to watch it. Like I would now, oh, it's Monday, Raw's on. After my birthday, I'm not going to care. Just whatever's on out there, I'm going to watch. If someone happens to have SmackDown or Raw on, then yeah, I'll sit there and watch it. But it's not something I'm going to go out of my way to do. That's what I meant.
You're not gonna sit for 20 or 30 minutes to watch two men fight in oil or baby diapers.
Something like that, yeah.
I'd say it's undeniable. Now, as far as Wembley goes, it didn't start off the way we wanted to when our trios championships were stolen from us. But we rallied and I won the gauntlet match. But something very interesting happened in that gauntlet match. When Killswitch grabbed me by the throat for a chokeslam, and as he squeezed, I looked into his eyes, and I saw something that I've been waiting to see for the last 2 years. The light bulb finally went off. In a moment, he realized what he is and what I need him to be. He is a monster. He is a wrecking machine. He is a killer. He is the most complete big man in the business today, and he belongs to me. Christian, then this past weekend in All Out, you came out after Bryan Danielson successfully defended the world title, looking to get your shot, but that didn't happen. If the rude people in Kentucky would keep it down. His name is Killswitch. And you're right, Tony. I was on my way to the ring. I was prepared to sign this contract and make it official. but I decided that it wasn't the right time or place. But Bryan Danielson, make no mistake, your days are numbered. And if you think being nearly suffocated was bad, that's nothing compared to what I will do to you to take that World Heavyweight Championship. In fact, Bryan, I will beat you so bad, you'll wish your wife Bree was the one that has CTE. So she won't be able to comprehend what a
Okay, that's way low.
as champion.
Hold on.
Now Lexington before... In fact, Bryan, I will beat you so bad, you'll wish your wife Bree was the one that has CTE. So she won't be able to comprehend what an embarrassment you were as champion. Now, Lexington, before I go, I just want to remind you that not only am I the face of TBS now and forever, I am the reigning, defending, undisputed, next AEW World Champion. Christian Cage, he can execute that contract. He can challenge for the AEW World Championship anytime, any place. When will he pick his own task? Knowing Christian Cage like we do, we would have to imagine it'll be a moment that benefits him more than anyone else. That is a very experienced, intelligent man. Cage is, and he's cagey, unattended. So the other way he goes, this kid, Conrad, keeps saying he's taking loose. But not trying to catch Christian Cage's attention. Have a wins with Nick Wayne, Christian's quote-unquote son for the last few weeks. But it's a situation we will have to keep an eye on. But right now, let's head to the left. Where our colleague, the Marco, Renee McKenna, standing by.
Don Callis, you have asked for this time. You've also requested for to be pressed for this. The floor is yours. What's going on?
Thanks, Ralph. I appreciate you coming out here. I just wanted to talk to you because I got this great idea. You know, it occurs to me that you've won every casino gauntlet match you've ever been in.
Case my mom.
And we have a casino gauntlet match tonight for a shot at the World Tag Team titles. You know how I've always wanted those belts. And I thought to myself, who could be better than the great Kyle Fletcher and his good friend Will Ospreay, who's never lost a casino gauntlet match? Why don't you guys team together one night go after the World Tag Team?
I've got a lot on my shoulders right now. I'm going to be defending this championship, and I want to keep my eye on Ricochet. Look, I appreciate you doing me that favor. Just let me go.
I wasn't going to bring up the favor, but since you did, I did do you the favor. And you also promised me a favor in return, and I guess this is the favor I'm asking for now. I know you're a man of your word, and it's your buddy Kyle, so it sounds pretty great. Go win that gauntlet, you know? Yeah. Come on, Will.
I'm so tired of coming so close but never quite being able to get it done. There's not a single person in this world, let alone this locker room, that knows me better than you. We've teamed in 4 different countries. There's not a single person I would rather win those AEW World Tag Team Championships with. That's what you say.
I can't say no to you. I'm not taking this.
Let's get
Ooh. I don't know who that is, but
Hey, we're breaking news here. I love this.
he just gave him a look that
Well, Kenosuke Takeshita, the
Takeshita.
Gauntlet match, our main event tonight for a shot at the AEW World Tag Team Championship at Grand Slam. But let's head to the ring with the Deputy Emperor Justin Roberts.
Lexington, Kentucky. Your opening contest, everyone fall with each win at a time limit is boom. The TNT Championship.
now why are they going outside?
Well, let's step in on Ruger. No, but that's the TNT champion. Unmistakable. His chosen mode of transportation. The scapegoat Jack Perry arriving here at the historic Rupp Arena in Lexington, Kentucky. He's ready to go. You can see it in the face of Jack. He's locked in here. Now, this past Saturday, All Out didn't turn out the way Jack Perry had intended. Can he bounce back here tonight? But it's going to be a tough task for the TNT champion, the scapegoat Jack Perry.
Introducing from Los Angeles, California, right 190 pounds, he is the TNT champion, Goose Kingo Jack Perry.
Tony, it's hard to condone the actions of Jack Perry since he returned from his self-described exile, right, from AEW, but he wrestled a hell of a match against Bryan Danielson this past Saturday at All Out. He pushed the champion, I think we all can agree on that, and really pushed the champion to the very limit, to the point there were many times in WWE were agreeing that we thought that Jack Perry was going to become the new world champion. Absolutely, it was a hell of a match for sure. There were several times where Jack almost sealed the deal for sure, but he didn't. But what a matchup it was great, especially when Matthew Nicholas Jackson got involved. Yeah, we'll talk more about that in a moment.
And his challenger from Washington, D.C., weighing 171 pounds, Leo Rush.
Leo Rush, who's found common claws with action-draining tough luck. Dante Darius Martin, Clay Graves, picked up some impressive victories with Jack in the past. Now, back with the opportunity of his AEW career, facing Jack Perry on the TNT Championship tournament. But that's going back to All Out. Matthew Nicholas Jackson, they had sealed the deal for Jack Perry at one point, but then we don't unify against Bill came in and intervened. That's what allowed Daniel for the champion to recover and get his head back. Absolutely, you can't blame Danielson to take advantage of that opportunity. You know, a lot of folks were hawks in that thing, but it ended up with Danielson off the title. And that's about the wall. The TNT title. Jack Perry is the champion, a local challenger. Just before the bell even rings, jumping Leo Rush and Tony Schiavone. We understand that Bryan Danielson is at home recovering with his family. Also, Wheeler Yuta by Bryan side by side, the AEW World Champion.
Yeah, and we understand why, and you mentioned how important of an event that was. And it was just really sickening. But the good news is that Bryan Danielson, even though he's recovering, is still the world champion. And, you know, by the way, I like the way Jack started this match, being very aggressive, and Leo's come right back to him.
Leo knows what he's doing. He's been around the block a few times. He's tough as hell. He's quick as hell. That was what I was thinking, Taz. There's very few people that get out quick Jack Perry inside of AEW wrestling right now. Leo Rush is most certainly one of Leo puts on the brakes is Jack. It's a distance between himself and the challenger. It's actually driven right there. He came out with Leo. Cheap shot. Action very unnecessary. Leo Rush. Sent Perry top of the floor. You know, Taz, Aubrey Edwards joined the assignment for this matchup earlier today. I was walking through the hallway. I saw Aubrey Edwards be called into Matthew Nicholas Jackson's locker room here in the building. We can speculate what that was about. Yeah, she probably got yelled at about something. Those guys always get mad at people. Boy, Jack Perry thinking DDT on the floor. Leo Rush able to counter. Back in Perry's spine first into the ring apron.
The Young Bucks get mad at everyone except you, Taz, for some unknown reason.
I don't understand what you're saying. You know, people like that. That's how it is. Finish first into the ring. Fans are opening contest for the TNT Championship will continue in picture.
The ascent begins with the rise of Mount.
It's finally working. Here comes the happy train.
I missed Kenny Omega already.
AEW Dynamite live on
Yes, we came back from one of these
Suplex Machine Taz
and
in the midst
split.
of a TNT Championship match as well. Look at Jack Perry. You know, and Andretti around there trying to incite actually Andretti.
Well, like I said earlier, he's a hot man, and it's easy to do, as you can tell.
Perry.
And of course, Kenny, remember Kenny said he had to retire.
Wait a minute.
He might still be backstage, but he can't compete anymore.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to what I saw in the hallway earlier with the Bucks calling out the
Who the fuck is that? Right there?
No, the guy outside the ring.
That was Marcus Brown. That wasn't Will, was it? No. You know good teaching return. That's right, Dad.
Okay.
Swinging on the miss.
It's show run.
Oh, wait.
Every day. Coming up, teen star JoJo Siwa opens up about the ups and downs of coming out.
I think it's the person that I felt so personally happy.
Plus, the talks Cheryl Underwood and Sharon Osbourne continue to disagree in what police say caused Tiger Woods' accident. It's April 7th. Hello, my friends. This is People Every Day, and it's me, Jean Rubenstein. It's Wednesday, y'all, and I am surprisingly energized today. You know, when you wake up and just feel like you're on it. We always talk about how tired we are, so I figured I'd share when I'm feeling pretty good, too. So why not? Speaking of someone who's feeling good, later in the show, teenage former Dance Mom star JoJo Siwa opens up to my colleague Jason Sheeler for this week's cover story, all about her decision to come out and be open about her sexuality. She goes into how she's handled the backlash and the outpouring of support from her young fans and their parents and what's next for her. So listen in for that. But for right now, top stories, and we've got some toppers for you. Managing editor of People.com, Charlotte Triggs, is with me now to dig into what's out there. Hi, Charlotte. Hey, Janine, how's it going? Good. So let's talk about what I saw yesterday, which was a bit of a crazy back and forth, and that's about the talk. So I saw that Cheryl Underwood broke her silence about co-host Sharon Osbourne's exit from the talk, right? But this is even contentious.
Oh my God, it's like they can't agree on anything. I mean, so Cheryl Underwood had been she'd been being very discreet about this whole thing while the network worked out the situation with Sharon. And of course, Sharon did depart the show with a hefty parachute, of course.
So let's back up because we did cover this on the show, but just so people know, this is over the big Harry and Meghan sit down with Oprah, and they were covering it on the talk. Piers Morgan had his whole debacle over in Britain. Piers Morgan's good friend, she defended him, and Cheryl Underwood called his comments racist. Sharon Osbourne.
Leo Rush as Leo trying to apply pressure, puts on the brakes. Now this is where Leo's agility and speed come to play. The sidestep. Harry says,
When Leo's such a talented kid, he is so impressive. Look at him hit it again. That's the reason why Jack Perry was attempting to keep Leo grounded. And he was doing a good job of it too. But Leo Rush very resilient. And Leo, we've seen him pick up many big wins here at AEW. This would be his biggest one. He could become TNT champion tonight.
A signature win for Leo Rush in the making. The cover. 2. And Jack Perry able to kick out.
Oh, what an amazing Spanish fly that was. And then Leo now, look at him. Jaw is set.
We almost crowned the new TNT champ right there off that Spanish fly.
Absolutely. Here it is again, Taz.
Yeah, watch this great explosion in the hips. That's how you want to perform that move and really go right through your opponent's hips. Back with live action, Jack Perry had grabbed the boot of Leo Rush, but Leo scored with that Enziguri, and now Jack Perry drives Rush face first, that middle turnbuckle, and Leo Rush able to kick out. That was vicious in that second buckle with that snake eyes by Jack Perry.
Fantastic match between these two men. TNT title on the line. Just the beginning of what is going to be a sensational telecast. Can't wait to hear from Darby Allin. He's in the house tonight.
And we know he is in the building. We know that John Moxley has been looking for him, but Jack Perry, the Dragon Suplex, he's been using that more and more frequently, and a little cheeky grin, almost like it's coming right out of the Kenny Omega playbook. Yeah, it's more of a Snapdragon Suplex, similar to, and definitely a mockery or similar to Kenny Omega for sure. Kenny's kind of made that branded on Kenny Omega's brand as those Snapdragons. I know Kenny's still recovering at home. Wish him A hasty recovery helps a little bit much though.
I think you're right, Chad. It's kind of a mockery to him because Kenny was, of course, one of the big members of the Elite at one time.
Of course. Right on top and having that poison Ronda right there, Shivani.
Reverse Ronda got him on, and let's see if he can. Well, Jack is coming up on all fours. Leo, it is hit hard as well, Chaz.
That's definitely a super dangerous move for both. Oh, Jack Perry coming in the blindside knee strike. Leo looking at great timing by Jack. Leo's looking for that stunner off the bottom rope, but Jack Perry caught him with that knee strike, and that one catches Leo flush. 2, 3.
Wow, what a knee strike.
The next still TNT champion, the scapegoat, Jack Perry.
Yeah, perfectly placed with that knee strike for sure by Jack. Jack Perry makes his 3rd successful defense of the TNT Championship here tonight. Wow, Jack Perry, an impressive bounce-back victory over what happened at All Out. But we have a tremendous broadcast in store tonight. Mariah May will face Queen Aminata, in an AEW Women's World Championship Eliminator match. Of course, we will also hear from Jon Moxley about the shocking events that transpired this past Saturday night at All Out. And our main event, the Tag Team Casino Gauntlet match, with the winners getting a shot at Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, the AEW World Tag Team Champions, coming up in 2 weeks' time at Grand Slam, Tony.
Can't wait to get back to Arthur Ashe Stadium, and let's not forget John Moxley said he wanted to talk to Darby Allin.
Well, right now, our colleague, the erstwhile Al Scoops, Alex Marvez, is standing by.
Jack Perry, a huge TNT title defense tonight. We all want to know your thoughts about what happened at All Out.
People like me are crucified in this life so that we can be worshipped in the next.
Jack Perry, yeah, man, a few words. Back to the scapegoat Boston. Going off into the bluegrass night here in Kentucky with Walt Drop to LA. It certainly is. It makes a little smoke too. Let's go back to Saturday night at the unsanctioned lights out steel cage match between Matt and Page and Swerve Strickland.
Joining me now, Hangman Adam Page. Hangman, we've seen the lengths that you've gone to end Swerve Strickland. You burned his childhood house to the ground. You stabbed a syringe through that man's face. You walked away victorious from the unsanctioned lights out steel cage match. Where's your head at now?
If I had found 1,000 houses that Swerve Strickland called home, then I would have burnt 1,000 houses to ash. And if the cage at All Out couldn't have been raised, I would have spent an eternity in pain just for the chance to punish him for what he did to me and my family. Because I meant every word that I said to him. I meant every bruise that I gave him, every piece of flesh that I tore from his body, every drop of blood that I stole from him. I meant it. For the people who were there in person to witness it, I want you to make no mistake that I meant it. And now I speak to you, all of you. If you got in my way, if you stood between he and I, and if you tried to protect Swerve Strickland from me, then I will find you and I will hurt you.
You guys stick with us tonight on Dynamite, our main event. Hey, Hangman, what the hell?
What the fuck?
Uh-oh.
I didn't know who you are. regenerated. We've seen a lot of guys take the exact same path, deep, dark, demented highway. Yeah, you may be going the extra mile, but it all ends up in the exact same place. Full of guilt, full of shame, full of remorse and regret. Paige, you're going to regret the day that you laid hands on my wife. Because you're going to find out, just like I did with a lot of guys before me, the toughest, most ruthless son.
Laid hands on his wife. What the hell?
We didn't see that. Remember that your TV kept
That you
bumping
will
up
ever
last week?
face in your life
Yeah.
is the man in the mirror.
Hold on.
Same place, full of guilt, full of shame, full of remorse and regret. Paige, you're going to regret the day that you laid hands on my wife. Because you're going to find out, just like I did with a lot of guys before me, the toughest, most ruthless son of a bitch that you will ever face in your life is the man in the mirror.
Yeah, well, that's what Michael said too.
Oh my God.
This obsession with Swerve Strickland has just damaged Hangman Adam Page's psyche. Yeah, you gotta be careful dealing with Hangman. He's out of his mind. It's an old cliche, guys, but where does enough? I mean, apparently he's still he's flying. I mean, Jeff was trying to protect Swerve Strickland at all. I mean, Jeff was trying to protect Hangman. See how the scouts and everyone wants backstage.
Wow.
These are the people that attacked Bryan Danielson.
This is like a weak attempt at recreating the NWO.
Commander. He's out already with that front guillotine.
Probably like a better version of Degeneration or a downgrade version of Degeneration X.
Yeah, you could look at it that way too. Was this even?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have been very, very patient, but ultimately enough is enough. This company is broken.
Did I just?
What happened? Sadly, and all out, that was inevitable. We are inevitable, a product of this festering environment. And as for me, well, I've been very lost for very long, but not anymore. Now I have something to believe in, a purpose. Diplomacy has failed, ladies and gentlemen. This company is ours.
Claudio that's nearly 2/3 of the Airborne Trios champions alongside Wheeler Yuta, but it seemed like Wheeler Yuta had no idea that this betrayal was coming. Looking for He's looking for something. I think he's looking for target. Yeah, I think you're right, Tony. It's a bit of a rap that sometimes help you line out there and stuff. You're right. Yeah, actually, he said that he wants to have a conversation. We know he's here. We know he's here. And we know John's a brilliant man. We did hear from John Moxley right now. We heard from the fans still coming to our main event. The tag team Casino Gold and for Shotgun Tag Team Championship at Grand Slam. Our main event tonight, but coming up next, Ricochet will face Sammy Guevara for the first time ever inside an AEW ring. Next on Dynamite. Practical Jokers, only Thursdays at 10 on TBS. Set your DVR now.
Hi guys. Today is a glorious day to be the learning tree. I've got my brand new Bentley convertible. I've got my best top students in the Bad Apple and the Redwood with me. And I also have the $7,000 jacket that Orange Cassidy ruined when he poured orange juice on me over 4 years ago. So Orange, that's why I took your backpack as collateral. Because I want my cash. And even though that $7,000 wasn't inside this backpack, I found something else inside that was very, very interesting. I'm going to show everybody what it was and what it is later on tonight.
Learning Tree lesson. Thou who does not pay his debts must suffer the consequences.
Suffer the damn consequences!
Thanks, guys.
Chris Jericho looking to collect on that $7,000 with interest. Pretty fancy call. Of course. Sitting in front of the car.
Yes, it was a football. He's winning it, dominant. A mystery from Las Vegas that I'm way too 108 pounds.
Let me say something about homecoming for him. There's one not too far from here in Lexington, Kentucky, but still a bluegrass state. Running through the veins, and he is happy to be competing tonight on Dynamite. His Dynamite debut came 2 weeks ago. He defeated Kyle Fletcher, of course, but after debuting all in London from the stadium. As part of that Casino Gauntlet match with Christian Cage. We heard from earlier, that was the match that Christian Cage won. Turned a shot anytime any place that AEW World Championship. Yeah, Ricochet can go. Shabbat Scott can fly her out, man.
It's an amazing athlete. He really is. It's interesting. He set his sights on Will Ospreay to get a national championship.
Yeah, Will Ospreay said, if you want your national championship, better start picking up wins. Okay. What a win this would be against a three-time former TNT champion, Sammy Guevara.
And it's a moment from Houston, Texas, weighing 195 pounds. It's one half of the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion, Sammy Guevara.
As we mentioned, nearly 150 days as TNT champion crosses 3 reigns, 8 successful title defenses, including alongside Dustin Rock, the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion. Right now, Sammy Guevara undefeated since he's returned, and now he is a Ring of Honor
tag team champion, as you mentioned, 3-time TNT champion. You know, Ricochet said Taz, and you know, he'll go out and he'll take on the top competition, and you can't get any better right now than one of the hottest men in the industry.
Yeah, well, Sammy Guevara is a day one guy. He's a day one AEW guy. I mean, and he's got a very impressive resume, as you guys laid out with championships and whatnot. His reigns as TNT champ and everything. He's a tremendous athlete. As is Ricochet, it should be a tremendous matchup.
Yeah, I mean, we know that Ricochet has his eyes set on Will Ospreay in that AEW International Championship. But because of Ricochet's his resume, he's held championships around the world. A victory for Sammy Guevara. Ricochet could catapult Sammy into contention with Ospreay.
Yeah, sure. I mean, no argument on that. I mean, that single leg right there, quick takedown, and Kenny roll right there. I also see that. That's how it's going to go.
Yeah, man. Sammy has got wins all in and all out. As we said, red hot. This will be a big
There by Ricochet, Sammy. Ricochet 30. And now Sammy look for the jackknife. Just a 1 count, says referee Rick Knox. Sammy going for the hook kick. Ricochet catches. Now Ricochet, similar idea, both men equals in the agility department. Both men thinking thrust kick, both men pulling up short.
Similarities in style and Excalibur for sure. You can see it. Similarities in ideas as they kind of mirror each other.
It'll take long to passion start burning too, with shoving action going on. And you knew it would happen. I didn't think it would happen this quickly.
You know, I mean, we saw the exchange between Will Ospreay and Ricochet and All Out this past Saturday. It was heated, to say the least. And these are two men that considered one another friends. Sammy looking at the trip that Ricochet holds over. Ricochet, right hand spring into the T-Harris. There we go, Sammy back for long. Ricochet for the next drop kick. Sets Sammy on the outside.
Gotta be careful now, Sammy, because this man will fly through the air. Be careful.
Ricochet will not stick.
The guy hits Louise. It's unbelievable what he just did.
You're on the guy who's over the top. That time, you land on the rear end or on the back. He can land on his feet with a back to him, regardless.
But Sammy was trying to he was trying to put some distance between himself and Ricochet, but Ricochet followed Sammy out the ring. And now these two men exchanging blows. They get further and further from the ring. Rick Knox, the referee, admonishing both men, trying to get them the action backward in longs.
Wow, that was tough right there. What a landing face first into the ramp actions there.
Thrust kick. Ricochet just got rocked. Feet for a broadcast position here on the stage.
It's a pretty sharp corner of that entrance way too.
Sammy, it's well documented. He's unpredictable. He has no chances. He don't give a rat's ass, this guy.
This may be, yeah, you're right, Sammy, you are.
Ricochet put out what caused fans. This man continues a picture.
Everything's twisting!
Visionary director Takeshi Sano.
It's nice morning!
Comes the all-new anime series.
Let's do it before you change your mind!
Wicked Morning, the anime. New episode Thursdays at midnight on Adult Swim. Next day on Max.
What the hell am I doing here?
When it comes to health, nobody assists like Lowe's.
That's been starting after your talking, Michael. Yeah. Instead of having a 3-hour run, you're going to go back down to 2 hours. Yes. On Netflix. On USA. USA. Yeah. See, Monday night is going back to 2 hours starting October the 7th.
What about Netflix?
That's in 2025.
Daddy's gotta go to work. Whatever turns you on. The Killer's Game, rated R.
Two of the best high-flying professional wrestlers in the entire world. Sammy Guevara, Ricochet, going one-on-one here tonight, live on Dynamite, on a night where we know that John Moxley and Darby Allin are both somewhere in the arena here tonight, Taz. Yeah, for sure. And I'm telling you, I agree with what Shivani said earlier. Mox was in the ring. He was looking up. He's looking for Darby Allin, and Darby Allin is here. So maybe this will come to a head tonight. And Guevara's on fire here. Sammy Guevara, it seemed to us, we're going to be picture, maybe suffered an ankle injury, but that does not seem to be the case. He's moving quite well.
Sammy at one time also tried to grab Ricochet. That did not last long because, as you said, Sammy loves to be the star of the show. Now, Sammy is really trying to put on a show here and prove to the world that, you know, he was here before Ricochet and he deserves title shots and not Ricochet.
I mean, that's a competitive work environment, and that's what makes a great roster, having competitiveness amongst the men and women. And both of these guys get that. Yeah, Ricochet is new here, Guevara's not. And you know what? Maybe Guevara's a little jealous and envious behind Ricochet. Could be.
For October 5th, on your birthday,
Yeah.
might be having one of the three members of the judgment. Are you ready to do this?
Hold on.
That one look easy as well.
What are you talking about?
We're gonna have 3 new members of the Judgment Day.
Really?
Yeah, one of them is Cedric Alexander, other one is Raquel Gonzalez, and the last one is Omos.
Almost.
The
Oh, they're
huge-
bringing back some people that haven't been on for a while.
Yeah, the huge dude who used to be with MVP.
I know. The guy that looks like Ahmed Johnson on stilts. Yeah.
Yeah, they're either gonna bring in 2 males or 1 female to the Judgment Day.
Well, is it one female or 2 males? Make up your mind, Patrick.
It's one of those 3.
Wow, you really know how to narrow it down, don't you? Okay.
It's either gonna be Raquel Gonzalez because she and Liv won the tag team titles.
Yeah, I think that's the
Is
first
they
in
have to remember
business.
that?
Now, Sammy, take a power bomb. No, Ricochet reverses. And that was a tough landing for Guevara on his spine, right on the ramp. You heard the thump. Ricochet telling somebody to move. I'm not sure who.
He's telling fans to get out of the way, which means he's going to try to leap over the fans.
He's going to do it that just
Oh my God! The amazing thing was Taz keeping his footing not only for the first but the second 2.
Yeah, his balance, Ricochet's balance is crazy. Look at this. His vertical leaping ability, and look how quick his feet are. High level athlete right here, folks. That's sure footedness from Ricochet. And back to the live action, the elbow to the, shoulder to the midsection. Now Ricochet comes in, drives Sammy Guevara down. Yeah, springboard into that big clothesline. And Ricochet, shooting star press. The leg is hurt, and Sammy breaks free. Good toughness by Guevara, kicking out of that right there. Most men would get beat on that.
I'm surprised Ricochet's allowing him to get up too.
Uh-oh.
Not for long.
Yeah, he's set up for these round kicks here, right to the chest.
The Bryan Danielson school of round kicking.
Sammy absorbing those kicks. Not like that. He roll over here. 2 now. Ricochet. Breaks free. Ducks under the lariat attempt. Kick to the midsection. That one might have caught Sammy a bit low. That was very low. That's Sammy. On the turn. Oh, no. Ricochet. Catch him midair. Finds carry. Great counter there by Ricochet. And Ricochet. No, Sammy. I've never seen it before. That was wild. And now Sammy. Showing the midsection. Coming Gary. Ricochet staggers out of the corner. Sammy to the top. And the cutter from Sammy Guevara. Long way to get that cutter. Sammy. The left hook. And Ricochet. Just barely able to kick out.
I think Sammy hurt his shoulder or his left elbow. I'm not so sure on that cut. He came up holding, clutching the elbow.
The tough landing on the back of your rear deltoid there. But I'll tell you, the kick out by Ricochet was impressive to me. That's a guy who's got a lot of years of experience, and he's going through hell right now. He's able to kick out. Sammy Guevara up to the top. He can do just about anything from this position. Oh boy, that's Sammy. Shooting star press, no. Ricochet wasn't home, but Sammy won't through. The boots up. Sammy sent back. Sammy scores with an strike.
Well, the fans have been with these two young men the entire way, chanting AEW, another fantastic match, and look at this.
Sammy thinking GTA.
Watch out. He can win it. Yes.
No, Ricochet played on his feet, lands a knee strike of his own. Sammy crumbles. Roundhouse kick, Sammy. Down on his. Oh, Matt. Beat to the top of the head. Great intensity, great fire right now by Ricochet. And Ricochet, he likes this big. Vertigo! Center the ring. 1, 2, 3. Ricochet. The match could have went either way. Both of these guys really busted their butts. Hell of a match by both men. Ricochet gets the do. I think back to those words when we all are straight. This past Saturday at All Out, pick up some wins. Start beating. Some talking all that. Second off these bars. You're talking about a spear. Mortos with the spear. Let's Sammy Guevara now. Guevara with a chair, chest. We're going to miss on Mortos and Mortos. Staying out of the range of Sammy Guevara. You know, Sammy's got to be frustrated by the loss, but he did the right thing there, Tony. Protecting Ricochet. Absolutely he did.
Because Ricochet just not doing incredible battle. Sandy knew it, but Sandy had been in it, obviously. Sandy did the right thing here.
But Ricochet picked up the win on the 3-time former TNT champion, Sammy Guevara. An impressive start to his AEW career here on Dynamite. First, knocking off Kyle Fletcher 2 weeks ago, and then Sammy Guevara here tonight.
Sammy Guevara, as we said, has been one of the first members of the roster. He wrestled the very first singles match on Dynamite 5 years ago. We're coming up on our 5-year anniversary here, 1st of October, as we know.
I just thought it was he's not 5 years old. I guess they were hazard this down. It's
Let's take you back to this past Saturday. Will Nightingale, Chris Statlander had a deeply personal Chicago street fight.
I'll go use the back in my room. I'm right back.
Okay.
It was a battle.
Friend said, it's not racist, he's my friend. And everything else happened after that, right? Like, it's just been a snowball.
Yeah, because Sharon unfortunately lashed out at Cheryl in a really inappropriate, uncomfortable way for people to behold.
And don't try and cry, because if anyone should be crying, it should be me. This is the situation. You tell me where you have heard him.
She might have had a point that she was trying to make that might have been like a little delicate, a little subtle, but it's, she just lost it at Cheryl, and that is really the problem that sparked her ultimate departure from the talk. So anyway, so Cheryl went ahead and did 3 episodes of her podcast addressing everything that had gone on. And from her perspective, what she's trying to make clear is that she wasn't trying to catch Sharon off guard. She wasn't trying to reveal her to be allegedly racist or anything of the sort, because Sharon had alleged that Cheryl came prepared with notes and that was a tipping cue for her that, somehow the producers and Cheryl had been in cahoots against her or something. She said she had notes because she wanted to be very methodical and walk through the discussion. And she says that, Sharon might have taken that as something that it wasn't, but it really was as innocent as whatever. She also says that she wishes that she could have done something differently herself that might have had this not even happen, because they were close friends for many years now, for 10 years.
Yeah.
They've kind of been the core members of the show and had a great friendship, a great partnership. She says she wishes she could unknow the things she now knows about how Sharon really feels.
Sharon has countered all of this, right? Not all of those points, but she's basically said, I have reached out, I have apologized, I have receipts that I have reached out and apologized. And of course, Cheryl said on the podcast, she hasn't heard from Sharon and that Sharon didn't apologize.
Yeah, I actually think probably both people are correct and believe their own version of events to be like black and white. And
But there's text messages though. Like Sharon posted text messages that she had sent that were not responded to. But I'm like, did Cheryl change her number and not tell Sharon?
Well, actually, that's an interesting question. So Cheryl says that she never heard from Sharon. Sharon then releases text messages saying, I talked to you in the dressing room, and then sent text messages. So the text messages say stuff like, I am deeply saddened by our exchange. I'm here if you want to talk to me. I can understand if you're Cheryl, perhaps being like, pick up the phone and call me and tell me this stuff on the phone, as opposed to sending me a text message saying, I am saddened by this, and if you want to talk, I'm here. You know, both people can be right. Like, you know, people sometimes don't speak the same language, right? Like, who knows what the actual truth is?
So let's dig a little further into this because Piers Morgan is at the center of the talk controversy. That's who, of course, Sharon was defending. And he has gone on this tour this past week, basically holding the line, right, in terms of what he had to say about Harry and Meghan.
He's got this laundry list of things that he alleges are fact-checkable and incorrect in Meghan's interview. But I think what the public is reacting to is that it's indecent for him to be litigating all of this in an ongoing way over and over and over, and that he should just let her, you know, have her feelings, and that he can't invalidate them because it's her personal feelings.
Yeah, and like you said over and over, he was on Billy Bush. He talked to Billy Bush. He talked to Tucker Carlson. And one thing that I noticed was him addressing cancel culture. He said that I refuse to be canceled because I can't be canceled. People have tried to cancel me before. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is that it's like not everybody is a former head of a huge, you know, UK tabloid. He still has plenty of a platform to say things, and it's almost unfortunate that he, you know, has such a right to keep pontificating about someone else's mental health.
For sure. And in the midst of all of it, Harry and Meghan are pushing forward and doing what they said they were going to do. They just announced that their Netflix series will be all about Harry's Invictus Games. That's where his heart lies, right? That's really what his focus has always been.
One of the things that Harry has felt most fulfilled by throughout his career as a working royal has been his role in the military. And the Invictus Games were like one of the most important things he had launched. And this documentary is going to follow the athletes as they train for those games. And Harry is going to appear on camera. I don't think that we're expecting to see Meghan in this one, but it's going to be very interesting. It's always kind of exciting because it's like, you know, up until very recently, there wasn't this grand tradition of the royals constantly being in front of the camera, giving interviews.
Yeah, right. And we got James Corden, we had Oprah, we're going to have them, you know, on Netflix with the Invictus. Like, this is embarrassment of royals.
So there's that. It's exciting, you know, and it's like there's more to come too because we know that they have, you know, a development deal that goes beyond just this one project. So it'll be exciting to see what else there is.
Well, there's no canceling them because they're everywhere. So I'm excited to see what more is coming. Charlotte, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jane.
All right, guys, now I am joined by senior writer Steve Helling and also a man who knows all about Tiger Woods to talk about Tiger Woods. We have some updates on that horrific crash that happened a few weeks back. You know, there was information that was released, but it wasn't all that much, right, Steve? Like, we're still trying to figure out a few things.
Yeah, we don't know everything that we would normally know in the case of a horrific accident like this. We do know that Tiger Woods was speeding. We know that this was a 45-mile-per-hour zone, and he was going about 83.
Yeah, and so this is all details that came out of this police press conference about the crash in LA, and they kind of painted this picture of just by happenstance this happened almost, right? Like somehow he was going really fast and there was a curve in the road. I think they blamed the road for part of it, the curvature of not following the curve of the road. And I feel like you don't really hear that as much when you have situations this bad.
You know, it's really interesting how passive the police have been in this case. Normally, in a case like this, they will say the driver was going too fast, the driver was doing this. This, they almost felt like they were coming up with all sorts of caveats. Well, of course the road is curved, so therefore, you know, of course there's an accident. You know, not everybody has been getting into an accident on that road. Now, granted, that stretch of road is known for being treacherous. I mean, other people have gotten in accidents, but, you know, generally speaking, you go to the speed limit, you do what you're supposed to do, and you know, you should be okay. So it was very interesting in this press conference that they actually admitted that, yeah, Tiger actually did break the speed limit at least, and then in the next breath said, but there won't be any charges.
Yeah, and I saw something that they described that because there was no one there to actually see it. So they're getting all of this from the recording in his car, but because there wasn't an officer who cited him for speeding, there's no way to go back and say he was speeding.
Correct. And you know, Tiger was driving a vehicle that has a little black box in it. They can tell you exactly how fast he was going, when he was going that way. By the time the impact happened, he was still going 75 miles per hour.
Yeah. Okay, so how is he doing? I know we have some exclusive details in this week's issue about his recovery and what's going on there.
Well, as you can imagine, his recovery is really difficult. You know, he really shattered his leg. This isn't just, you know, this isn't like falling downstairs and you broke your leg. This is, you know, a complete rebuild of his leg, if you will. And that is, you know, obviously for somebody who's an athlete who makes his money and makes his livelihood, you know, being active, you know, it's devastating. So he is working on it. He has a good attitude most days. I mean, there are days that he gets discouraged, as any of us would. You know, he would love to get back to golf. But you know, Tiger Woods, above all, you know, whatever you say about Tiger Woods, he's smart. He understands what's what. And he does know that he was really seriously hurt and that he has an uphill battle. If anybody can do it, it's Tiger Woods. But, you know, it's really a rough recovery for him. It's a lot of pain. It's a lot of effort to do anything at this point. And you can imagine what it would be like to have your leg shattered like that. You know, it's not a pretty picture.
So what's the support system looking like for him?
Well, you know, he's got his kids. His kid, you know, he's back in Florida now. The accident happened in California, but he's in Florida. He's surrounded. His girlfriend, Erica Herman, is there. He sees his kids, not every day, but almost every day. And his ex-wife, Elin Nordegren, is actually very, she's bending over backwards, making sure that the kids have plenty of time with their dad. You know, there's not a lot of bad blood between Tiger and Elin at this point. They've really worked out everything, and they're focused on co-parenting, and that's what's going on here. You know, sometimes when you're co-parenting, the kids need to be with one parent more than the other, and they're going to this is the time to be with Tiger. And Elin doesn't begrudge that. She drives them there. She makes sure that they're there. You know, and Tiger's really appreciative of that.
Wow, well, just hoping for the best there. Thank you so much, Steve, for giving us all that insight.
No problem.
Next up, an in-depth and eye-opening conversation with teen star JoJo Siwa. Stay tuned.
Spectrum Internet has enough speed to handle all your needs, so you can work, game, and stream with speeds up to a gig. Plus, Spectrum's advanced Wi-Fi provides enhanced security for all your connected devices. Get Spectrum Internet with fast and reliable speeds, starting at just $29.99 a month with a 2-year price guarantee. Visit spectrum.com/internet for you for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers. Only restrictions apply.
Still promoting the brand out into age. Oh, and this one's going to break my heart. Sadly, Marshall Wallace passed away in 2013.
Great.
1 week before his 71st birthday.
Okay, you're watching a cartoon, so do you not want to watch any more of this?
I'm still watching it.
All right.
I use the bathroom and brush my teeth.
Angels in Chicago that saw Chris Stepler step out and come out on top over customer bet $5, get $250. Get bonus bets instantly. Simply download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, sign up with promo code DYNAMITE, and now from a word from our partners at DraftKings.
Okay. Dude, I told you, DraftKings is the best place to.
Guys, I'm here with the Continental Champion, Kazuchika Okada. Okada, congratulations on successfully retaining your championship at All Out. It was a four-way matchup between Orange Cassidy, Mark Briscoe, and Takeshita. What's next for you as champion?
Defending my Continental title at All Out, it was hardest night of my life. But I won. I did it. It was so easy.
Looked easy for you. Very impressive. But you know what you didn't do? You didn't pin Takeshita.
He will be a champion, but not the Continental champion.
Right.
Bitch.
Oh, look at the one-on-one. That is a match I want to see sooner than later.
No, it's Darby.
Yeah, I'm pumped for this. And John looks at it, but I'm for you need to jump up to look down at the rafters. Let's see where Darby goes. Oh, here he comes to the entranceway. Oh, he's not hiding. Darby's not the type of guy to hide. You're right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Darby! Darby's not running the state and not running down like he usually does. Just taking his time as if to say, here I am.
Yeah, John Moxley wanted to find Darby Allin. Darby's making it no secret. He's going to be in the center of the ring. He's playing his music, his lighting treatment, like you said, right in the middle of the ring. Out here, got that furry pink hoodie. He's not hiding. So where's Spots? I'm sure he's got to be around here. I don't know. Darby asking for a microphone. I'm sure he's got a lot on his mind after what's transpired over the last 2 weeks.
Somebody's been looking for me. I'm right here.
Well, there you go. Yeah, Darby making it plain. That's all that needs to be said, right? I agree. And Darby, he's looking. Yeah, he's not looking at the entrance ramp. He is looking at that back corner of the arena. That is typically where John Moxley emerges from.
Well, here comes Moxley is so like this music, and I'm telling you, I really want to see this. I'm pumped for it. I want to see these guys just go ahead. I don't know what Mox has in mind, but there he is, and the arena's in front of him.
You should fear he was a very dangerous asset in the life of John Moxley. So quite frankly, he's going to be a bully. Crazy fear.
And notice he's coming down without Claudio, without Matt. Literally on the way rush, runs his hands in the air, makes it say, I got nothing but no weapons.
He's got a pretty big weapon in British.
And this in his 2 hands, too. This is a tough son of a gun. But so is Darby, so I'm not sure. Who knows? Maybe Mox does just want to talk. That's kind of what I've heard him say recently.
And how can Moxley justify what he did to Bryan Danielson outside?
Marina was looking right at Darby, but Darby is looking at Moxley.
I don't know what you think you saw. I don't know what you heard. But nothing has changed between me and you. Nothing at all.
That's enough, John. That's enough. There's a lot I want to talk to you about. We don't act like superstars. We don't live in a fantasy world. We came from nothing. And we'll stop at nothing to make sure we don't ever go back to that. I was a homeless dishwasher. Had nothing in the world, no confidence whatsoever. Everything I owned, I could fit in the trunk of my car. And I don't take any of this for granted. That's why I wrestle the way I do. Everybody always says, Darby, slow down. You're not going to be able to wrestle when you're 40. I don't take any of this for granted. AEW gave me everything. I want to tell you a story, John. I've never told anybody the story, but I want to tell you this story. My first year in wrestling, I looked for a hero, somebody I could inspire to be like one day. And every time I thought I found that person, they just showed me how fake they were. We're talking about people that I thought were killers. Take no crap from anybody, but those people showed young wrestler that your dignity could be bought. You could sell your soul for $1. But not you, John. You didn't change for anybody. And that's what I knew I wanted to be, just like you. To this day, you will wrestle on the independents in a high school gym because you love this industry. This isn't about ego. This isn't about the money. You love this industry. Where did we first meet, John? It wasn't AEW. It was in a high school gym on the independents. And I remember I was so nervous that day. I was so nervous. I could wrestle my hero, John Moxley. I lost that match. But what I gained was the confidence that I belonged in the ring with someone like you. There's not a lot of people in this life you can consider family. And I think when you find someone that you can consider family, you hold on to them. You trust them into the very end. But what did you do to Brian? I would never do that to somebody like I consider family, like Sting. So right there, I knew I wanted to be nothing like you anymore. So what do you want, John? Why are you calling me out? What do you want?
My man, I'm going to cut right to the chase. You have a world title shot in the bank. That was supposed to happen at Grand Slam on September 25th in New York City. That's not going to happen now. The world champion is indisposed. But it's a good thing. It's a blessing in disguise, Darby. You are not ready. You are not ready to be a world champion. You weren't ready 5 years ago. You weren't ready 2 years ago. You're not ready today. I don't have time to explain. But I'm going to need you to hand over that title shot to me.
Hand over. Hey, what are you, stupid? You didn't hear anything I just said? Were you dropped on your head and been drinking again? You're kind of sounding like everybody that you hate. You kind of sound like everybody you hate in the back. Self-entitled. You didn't earn this, John. I earned this. And I'm not just going to give it to you. If you want it so bad, do something about it.
You want me to earn it? Darby, my man, I will earn it. Me and you, New York City Grand Slam, September 25th, your world title shot on the line. I will teach you another lesson. Once again, I will show you exactly where you stand on the food chain. It will always be very far, far below me. You will never be AEW World Champion, Darby Allin. I know that. I've always known that. I believe in you. I love you. I'm the one guy around here who's always had your back, and I don't like having to say that to you. I don't have time to explain everything to you right now. Trust me when I tell you, because I've never lied to you. You have no idea what's going on. That title shot is going to be mine. This time I'm going to teach you that lesson the hard way.
Grand Slam, I accept. And I don't know what you're trying to do around here. But if you want to burn AEW to the ground, don't be surprised when I pull you into the fire.
Darby Allin accepting the challenge from John Moxley. I think that Darby had to go through to earn that shot, and now putting it on the run against Moxley at Wrestling 2 weeks' time. Darby's not accepting the disrespect that Moxley's shown him. And I think that's why he said, let's go to the King Queens, let's go to that great slide, no problem. Tickets are available at WTIX.com and 2 week plans at Excalibur. I have a feeling this one is going to be very, very violent. Yes, this is the last time Darby Allin and John Moxley faced off. Darby has grown so much. To have a shot at the AEW World Championship and to win against a former champion like Moxley, that is supreme confidence for Darby Allin, and that's what he's going to need if he steps into the ring. That's what's going to stay in 2 weeks. You know, I seem like really upset that Darby didn't want to just hand it over to him. Because he turned off camera, he's like, just pissed about it. I would want to be surprised by that, but yeah, I don't know. Right now, let's take it to the back. Alex Montez is standing by. Take it away, Alex.
Christopher Daniels, obviously some monster news. Darby Allin putting the AEW World Title shot against John Moxley. How does this impact Great Slam?
Alex, Darby Allin has always been a risk taker, but this gamble seems unnecessary, and he can lose it all.
Excuse me for the interruption on what time you call.
Nigel, it's the middle of Dynamite. He's busy. What do you want? Trust me. He's gonna want to hear this. It's coming.
Who the hell is that dude?
Nigel.
Nigel McGuinness.
Oh, Nigel.
The commentator
His
from
colleague there, not wants a word with the boss, huh? And I don't trust Nigel McGuinness. I work with him every Saturday. That's a man I don't trust. He's a nice guy. You don't trust him. Well, fans, today, of course, is September 11th, the day where we remember and honor the lives of those that were lost nearly or more than 2 decades ago. But it's also a day where we remember our nation's resilience and how America, when unified, is stronger than anyone. So, you know, we take this moment to just pay respect to the lives of those that we lost 23 years ago. Shooting gears here, Tony. This past Saturday, at All Out, the 0 Hour, Scott Blue was speaking to her hometown fans in Chicago when she was interrupted by Mariah May. Mariah kicking the clutch out from Scott's leg, and it wasn't until Scott's friend Queen Aminata intervened that Mariah finally got away.
Yeah, I don't know what it goes to the mind of a person who attacked a person already injured. I don't know. I don't get it. But I do get Mariah May in that she is so devious, so arrogant. Look at the long game she played with Tony Storm. I just don't get this girl. Queen Aminata, dude.
From the U.S. Africa, Queen Aminata.
Queen Aminata stepping into the ring not just for a potential shot at the AEW Women's World Championship, Taz, but also to a little bit of payback for what Mariah May did to Sky Blue on Saturday.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that's the case for sure. And an opportunity, as far as an eliminator, and as far as the Women's World Championship, this is a great opportunity for Queen Aminata. But the things I was just saying, you're saying, Shivani, about you don't understand Mariah May and everything what she's doing. Listen, she is the Women's World Champion. She is setting the tone with all these ladies on this roster that she is
The alpha female. You know what I mean? That's what I think she's doing.
Well, I get that. I really do. Look at this.
Nice trip out of the gates there by Mariah May. Mariah coming in for the drop kick. Amanada backs up away. Now Mariah will roll up. Amanada able to break free through the leg, level press. And Mariah now level press by her. And fans, the challenge was made by Jon Moxley, Darby Allin. It is official for Grand Slam 2 weeks' time. A shot at the AEW World Championship hanging in the balance. That's massive. Massive. I mean, speaking of great world champions, I mean, hey, look at Mariah May, as I was pointing out, and how she is. I mean, I feel like she's the measuring stick, obviously, as the AEW Women's World Champion. She is the measuring stick. She's looking great, and she's doing great so far.
I agree with everything you said. She is the measuring stick right now. She needs to stay away from the power of Queen Amanada, who has a long reach, very powerful legs, as we know. And, by the way, is not intimidated by Mariah May at all.
I agree. She's not. She just got slapped pretty hard. Yeah, we get slapped there by Mariah May. Mariah, we're seeing there. Amanada put her whole body into that one. And now Amanada accelerates to the ropes. The running PK. And Mariah May, the champion in trouble here. Amanada.
Oh, hip attack coming. It looks low.
Yeah, and when you miss that, you can definitely jam an ankle and blow a knee out. That's a tough play that you do when your opponent's not there for a hip attack. Here's the handful of hair now. Amanada all tied up in the ropes. Referee Stephon Smith calling for the break. Mariah hanging on for every second of it. Got a kissing. Mariah May, she's on the hop. To the ropes and a drop kick to the spine. Amanada is in trouble.
You know, we knew when we first saw Mariah May perform here in AEW, her first match, that she was something special. She was very, very good at what she did in wrestling, but she was also very, very hard hitter and hard strike.
She certainly is. I mean, really, for anyone to dethrone Timeless Toni Storm, Mariah May certainly did that. And fans, this eliminator match, the AEW Women's World Championship, will continue in picture-in-picture.
This picture-in-picture crap is really getting freaking old already.
AEW Dynamite Live from the historic Rupp Arena in Lexington, Kentucky. Mariah May, the AEW Women's World Champion, tried to fend off an eliminator challenge by Queen Amanada. If Amanada wins this match, despite being unranked, she would have a shot at the AEW Women's World Championship. But Mariah May connects with a powerful dropkick.
Again, Mariah just is vicious enough and is hard-hitting enough to hold on that championship for quite a while.
Well, she understands. She knows, being the AEW Women's World Champion, that she's on top of the hill, right? And everyone's trying to climb that hill to pull her down, and she don't want it to happen. Not just vicious, Mariah May conniving as well.
Conniving, yeah, that's well played out. That's well documented here.
Just asked Timeless Toni Storm about that, and Mariah looking for T. Harris, but Amanada uses her leg to connect that kick, and now Amanada rolls through the roll up. Mariah May kicks out, and Amanada goes underneath. Has Mariah May hooks and suplex.
Strong legs up that tennis.
Yeah, no, she engaged her hips quick too, really deep to hit that throw. And there's another release German suplex. Well done by the Queen. German suplex, the champion Mariah May is blocked. And Amanada, she was looking for that running shot against the ropes earlier. Trying to pull for the people here in Lexington. No! What a kick on the point of the jaw of the champion.
Second gigantic kick by Amanada. She needs to stay away from the camera, though.
But Amanada pulls Mariah from the ropes. And yeah, I think getting in front of the camera, like you said there, was definitely that second hurdle. She could have won this eliminator match right there.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you, as a wrestler, you get hung up in the moment. You get hung up and you just, it happens sometimes with the audience or a camera. It can happen. Yeah, Amanada's still relatively early in her pro wrestling journey, but still a huge opportunity. Oh, no! Mariah May counters, driving Amanada face first. Into the knee, and Mariah May, the DDT. Amanada Green right now. Two and on the neck, the upper shoulders of Queen Aminata, that kinesio tape.
I did notice that, so she's got some sort of a tightness or an issue with the bands in her neck, meaning the muscles in her neck.
She's flexing her hands right now. Do you see that? I don't know if that has anything to do with her
Could be
neck.
some numbness, maybe.
Yeah, right.
But Aminata kicks her legs, breaks free the grip. Whoa, the AEW Women's World Champion. That's a big overhead chop.
She's been a hard hitter, Aminata, in this match.
Aminata is going to slam the cover. And that time, wasting no time with the pinfall attempt.
But great opportunity, Excalibur, if she wins this eliminator match.
That's right, Aminata will earn a shot at the AEW Women's World Championship. Essentially a rematch with Mariah May, but that time the championship will be on the line. We would have to imagine the momentum will be with the challenger as Queen Aminata to that top-diving foot stomp. Mariah rolls in and connects a big drop kick.
Great job by the champion.
And now Aminata in the grip of the champion Mariah May. Clamor the knee, and now Mariah looking for perhaps the score. Zero. The continued indignity that Thomas Tony scored.
AEW Women's World Champion and Mariah May. Mariah is such a hard striker. I think the match was one of the four to start to. I think it was one that knee. And she cleaned out the crowd of Queen Aminata with that knee.
That rookie knee strike was intense. Now, it seems like the champ has something to say possible. Again, mocking Thomas Tony Storm. It's the post-match celebration that we've come to know from the former AEW Women's World Champion. But
I still haven't had my AEW Women's World Championship celebration.
Now, clearly heartbroken about it.
Well, she's had a couple of chances. Didn't want to have it in Chicago. Remember
They
that?
want to have it in Milwaukee.
Something's missing. Someone's missing. Mina Shirakawa! Please come back.
Mina who?
Called her former tag team partner, Mina Shirakawa. Remember Mina?
Mina Shirakawa.
Wanted no part of it. She wanted to choose sides between Mariah May and Thomas Tony Storm. Very strange, actually. So, well, right now, Vice Presidents Matthew and Nicholas Jackson are standing by. They're on the EVPs.
Film us right now. I was thinking about that today. When we first started this company, we saw that thing, I never voted in we said, we're going to have the greatest tag team division of all time. Looking back, little did I know that we were just talking about ourselves, because we are the tag team division. You would ask, what those guys need to do 5 years later? I'd say, well, they'd probably be settled into their cozy little EVP office jobs, just pushing paper, clocking in from 9 to 5, taking meetings, right? No, you know why? Because we're still here doing all the heavy lifting. And you hear the whispers, all the fans are so outraged and angry. We want a new tag team to take over the division. Maybe you shouldn't be mad at us, maybe you should be mad at the tag team who haven't been good enough to beat us, the tag teams who haven't been good enough to replace us.
But you're telling the truth. It's the reason why we booked this tag team casino gauntlet, right? We're waiting. Is there anyone that can get a shot at the greatest tag team of this generation? Well, maybe we'll find out. Whoever wins it, they'll face us at Grand Slam. Good luck to the challengers. You're gonna need it, right? We'll be out there watching live.
You've earned this.
before we continue, I just want to let everybody know, if you didn't see it across your screen, that 3 days before the most important day of the year, on Wednesday, October 2nd, which again is 72 hours before the most important day of the year, Wednesday, October 2nd, will be the 5th anniversary episode of AEW Dynamite, celebrating 5 years of AEW. So I just wanted to point that out before it got too late. Let's get back now to Dynamite.
AEW, guys, is growing up from their debut to the 5th year anniversary from 2019.
Very explosive, these
God damn it. What the fuck?
Here we go again.
What the fuck? God damn it. Oh, motherfucker. God damn it, man. I paused it for 5 seconds. Okay, dude, I'm sorry. I don't know why this keeps happening. But I will look up results and get back to you with what happened, okay? Again, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I don't know what I did, but next time I won't pause it.
Have a good night, Michael. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael
We gotta
Cobb.
go. Good night.
Yep. Good night, everybody. Stay tuned for SmackDown.
We hope.